Hare Krishna. The modes make Krishna seem irrelevant and the world seem irresistible. The modes trigger the modes Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna are the primary deluding forces in this world. They condition our perception in such a way that we become deluded. And how does this delusion take place? In two ways. One is that it covers Krishna so that we don't perceive him, or at least we don't perceive his importance in our life. And secondly, the modes cover the world so that we don't perceive its true nature. Krishna talks about this, how the modes cover in Bhagavad Gita 7.13. Tribhir gunamayair bhavair ebhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na bijanati mamebhya paramavayam. Tribhir guna, that which is made of three qualities. Tribhir guna mayair bhavair. Mayair, but that bhava, that nature, that existence, mayair of mind, of maya, Tribhir guna mayair bhavair ebhi sarvamidam jagat. Ebhi, by that, sarvamidam jagat, everyone in this world, mohitam, is deluded. Na abhijanati, they do not know. Mam, they do not know. Why? Ebhya paramavayam, because I am transcendental and imperishable. I am. So basically Krishna says that because of the covering of the modes, the living entities in this world do not know him. Now the modes condition our thinking in such a way that we start thinking of God as non-existent or at least irrelevant. We think that this world is itself the primary source of enjoyment. That we start, because of the modes, we start thinking that, oh, the objects in this world are enjoyable. In fact, not only are they enjoyable, they are irresistible. Actually speaking, all the attractive looking sense objects in this world are simply made of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And none of these are enjoyable in themselves. None of these are certainly irresistible. And yet, in combination, when they appear as sense objects, they seem irresistible. So this is the deluding power of the modes. And because of this deluding power, when we start thinking of the world as world, and world in the sense that of the worldly objects as irresistible, then we start considering Krishna as important only if he gives us access to these worldly objects. So if we are not able to get those objects and we pray to Krishna and then he gives us these objects, then we think, okay, maybe worshipping Krishna is of some use. Otherwise, we think there's not much value in serving Krishna and loving Krishna. And we don't think of Krishna as an end in himself. We think of Krishna at best as a tool to an end. And if we think that Krishna is not going to help us in getting the end of worldly objects, then we feel, what is the use of Krishna? He may not exist, it doesn't matter to me. So this is a great illusion, because when we think that God doesn't matter, we doom ourselves to stay in matter. Because what happens? We get attached to think. We don't come to know of any happiness higher than material happiness, and because our desires stay locked within the realm of matter, so we stay trapped in the world of matter and we continue suffering material existence. So when we understand that the modes are deluding us, then we recognize that we need to surrender to Krishna. So through the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, we understand that Krishna is the ultimate substantive principle. He is the highest absolute truth. He is the reservoir of the supreme happiness. And when we turn towards him, although we may feel he is irrelevant, but with philosophy we understand his supreme relevance and importance in our life. And we turn to him and devote ourselves to him. And then by his mercy, the more we recognize his importance and devote ourselves to him, the more we'll find that the world will become resistible. Krishna assures this in the next verse, 7.14, when he states that Daiviya esha gunamai mama maya durattaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. That Daiviya esha gunamai, divine indeed is this gunamai, this Mamaya Durattaya, Maya, it is divine indeed. It is made of the three modes and it is Durattaya. It's very difficult to overcome. But Mame Vaye Prapadyante, those who surrender unto me, Maya Metam Tarantite, they will cross over Maya. So, although we may not feel right now the relevance of Krishna, to the extent with philosophy we understand the relevance of Krishna and devote ourselves to Him, to that extent the world will become resistible and we will be able to turn our heart from the world towards Krishna, and then our Krishna Bhakti will become relishable. Not just relishable but supremely, eternally relishable, because our relationship with Krishna is eternal. Thank you. Hare Krishna.